eSIM Studios got a fantastic case for you today. Got the Spigen Nano Pop case for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box where you can cop this at. They have it in a blueberry, which is a very nice color. It's a dark navy blue with yellow accents. But the one I have here today is the all black one. And it got the all black Z Flip 8. So I thought, you know what? Let me get the all black Nano Pop Spigen case. There are a number of options when you choose to get a case for the Z Flip 8. And I've had every model of the Flip series. And one thing that annoys me with cases is it doesn't seem like they fit just right. There's always something about it. Now, it's probably because it comes in two pieces. Now, I know you can find some that have like, they'll link these two pieces together with like a little plastic bar right here on either side, and kind of, you know, weird. But I think you're going to be satisfied with this one. I've been using it for the past day now. I have not peeled off the stickers on here because I want to do it on film, but this actually fits. This is actually the best fitting case I think I've ever used on a Flip series device, to be completely 100% honest with you. I think this one snaps right on, and it does not jiggle loose at all. So I'm happy I found a case that I can actually use with this device. So look, you've seen one, you've seen them all unboxing, but this is what comes in it. Not much, just the case, and that's basically all I want anyways. But again, I'll link this down below and you can pick one up. I highly recommend this. Now we're going to do a thorough, extensive case review on here. Let me move the device to the side real quick. Well, let's take a look at this. So this is a TPU material. It is not necessarily on the bulky side. It's not real clunky, but it's not super thin. Now, I purchased this with my own money. They did not send it to me, but it has a very strong magnet in here, and we will test that out here. I have a, actually, let's do it right now. Well, I'll do it with the phone in there and with it not on there, but it's actually really strong when it snaps into place. And maybe I need to do a shot in my car, but whatever. So here is the case. Comes in two pieces. I'll show you how to put it on, but look at the quality, look at the craftsmanship of this case. Now you get your air pockets. You have nice, precise cutouts for your power, your speaker, and your microphones down below. You got a nice flush side here. However, it does provide grip. Can you all see that? I'm gonna have to zoom in super far. Can you see the little sandpaper grip on the side here? It's these little things that Spigen does that I absolutely love because it provides grip. You can actually grip this like it does. A lot of these cases are smooth but slippery, right? You're out in a hot, humid summer weather, and let's face it, you get a little sweaty. You're done with a workout. You're at the gym. You wipe your sweat away, and then your phone slips right out of your hand. Well, not with this, because it actually provides a lot of grip. It's kind of hard to see, but it's very grippy on the side here, like the little sandpaper feel. And it's not annoying. It doesn't bother you. You just honestly forget about it. Let's see here. This top part does not have a grip, which is fine because you're typically holding the device like this, right? Now, on this top part, you get precise cutouts for the volume rocker right there. And then there's that's a little hole for the another microphone. This phone has 5 microphones. The audio is fantastic on here. If you're a vlogger, I think that's why they did it, because this is a vlogger's companion here. This thing is badass. So nice cutout for your fingerprint. We will show you how that works, and it's a nice little cutout because your finger rests right on there. I have a bunch of fingers tied to my fingerprint scanner, and it works perfectly. You have 2 cutouts here for the mic up top. Now let's look on the inside. So you actually have little stickers. Now check this out. I've been using this. I guess I should put it on. I've been using this on the phone without taking the stickers off, and it has stayed on here perfectly, and I'll show you exactly why in just a second. But before you do put it on there, you're going to want to peel these stickers off. Now that just makes sure it just grips on there even more, which is kind of hard to believe because this is, like I said, it fits the flip better than any case I've ever used. You also get air pockets, which is a big thing for me. If you can see down in here in the corners, you get your little air pockets, which is like an airbag, right? For a car crash, you have the airbags that absorb that impact. Well, these do the same thing, the same theory. You got a air pocket here. You got an air pocket here, and then let me check and see on here. I think you do. Yeah, you do. It's just kind of hidden by this the sticker tag right here. There's an air pocket on the top left and an air pocket on the top right. Now it's not. Look, it's kind of flimsy because I'm not gonna say flimsy, but flexible, I guess is the best word. Because it is a thin piece of TPU. But let's put it on there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to put it on there without taking the stickers off and show you it stays on there. And then we'll peel the stickers off and put it on. Air cushion technology. So let me zoom out and we'll zoom in. Now let me show you how to put it on there. You need to open your phone. Right? And then what we're going to do is, you can do either one. It doesn't matter. Some want to put the top on first. Some want to put the bottom on first. It does not matter. But what I would recommend is picking a side just like this. So put a side in there like that and just kind of snap it on. Now, one good thing, and now when you put it on there, looks like that. When you put it on there, make sure you compress it onto the phone. You're not going to break don't do it as hard as you possibly can, but in nice little, you'll feel it snap into place. Now, let me show you where other case companies, in my opinion, from my experience, come up short, because this is actually a perfect view right here. Let me zoom in. This is why it fits on so good. Spigen, it seems like the engineers in the R&D department, I think, found out what the key is. And there's a little lip right here. So do you see that little, where's my S pen? There's a little lip that this case catches on, and that's what holds it into place. So if you can see right here, there's a little lip where the mid frame is of the phone, where the border is. There's a little lip right here. And then you go to the plastic substrate where the OLED display is. So you can see right here, it just snaps. Look, it catches perfectly on right there, on this lip that goes all the way around the phone. It just snaps on there right here. That little lip right here, that incline. Look, the case snaps right on there perfectly. You see where it's the case is like gripping on to that outer edge of that phone, just like this. Believe it or not, a lot of other case companies don't do that. I have no clue why, but this has not come off. I've been using this for the past day or two, and it has not come off at all. It hasn't even gotten loose, and that's been an issue with other cases for the Flip series. As you put it on, it feels good at first, but then you start using it, or if you're a woman, you throw it in your purse, it's rubbing up against other materials, while it's in your purse, what have you, and it gets loose over time. I've thrown this in my pocket, put it in a car, and it stays perfectly fine. And that's without taking the stickers off. And to answer your question, that's why there's stickers on there. Because I know you're thinking, well, why do they even put stickers in there in the first place? Well, that's an adhesive, and it sticks onto the edge of your phone. It does not leave any adhesives on your phone, but it just sticks on there so it won't come loose over time. But I don't think this would come loose over time. Maybe if you used it for months on end, but as of right now, seems perfectly fine to me. So let's do this. Let's make sure all this, because I'm going to snap it on here without the stickers to show you, and then we'll take the stickers off, or activate the stickers, I guess. And you can just pop it on there just like that. There we go. Just make sure you get the corners on, and you can actually feel it snap on. And I have never experienced that before with any Flip. And again, compress it just like that. So you get it into place. Let's focus. Come on, iPhone. There you go. Snap it into place just like that. Make sure all your corners are on, and you're fine. You're not going to break it or anything. Just don't put massive force, but you can be a little firm with it. And there you go. Now we'll take the stickers off in a second, but let me just show you what this looks like. And we'll look at the protection. So you do get a decent amount of protection on the camera sensors. This case actually inclines. Can you see it right? Where's my S Pen? Right here is where it comes up a little bit, and right here is where it comes up a little bit. Now, those protect your camera sensors. As you can tell, those sensors, when laying down, and actually, what do you know? It does not wobble. Hallelujah. Perfect. No wobble. Hey, that's music to my ears, because that S26 Ultra wobbles like crazy style. So it actually, if you lay it on its back, move it around, you're not going to be scratching those sensors. If you drop it on the ground, it protects those camera sensors. And if you do have a screen protector for the outer display, it'll fit perfectly right inside there. And you don't expose the hinge when it's fully opened. And then what about the display? Well, that's the thing with these foldables, is it's very delicate in here, and it's hard to have a case that actually, like on any other case, like this Spigen case that's on the S26 Ultra. Look at this. So the case actually comes up and over that glass display. Do you see how it sits up and over that glass display? So if you lay it face down, your display is not going to be touching that surface that you lay it on face down. Well, on here, you're folding the phone, so you can't have a case that actually comes up and over the display, because when you fold it, it's not going to fold properly. You see what I'm saying? Like, it needs to completely fold the way it should. If you have a case that comes up and over the display, it's not going to fold properly. So that's one downside to these foldables, or especially cases that come with these, is I'm not sure there's a lot of display protection, but that's common. It's not just Spigen. I think that's common with most case makers with this device and or with any foldable, because you can see it looks basically flush, meaning like it comes up, you know what, it might come up maybe a 1/2 millimeter. Look at that, because you can still see underneath the, or is that the frame of the display? Anyways, it looks like you might clear it by 1/4 millimeter. I mean, barely. So, I mean, technically, I guess your display wouldn't be hitting. And then you have these little, where the hinge is right here, that little hump and this little hump, that keeps your display off of the surface. But pretty nice. Fold it. Now, your hinge is exposed, but it is what it is. And you can see here, it actually comes right over that little ledge. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Come on, iPhone. There you go. Good little iPhone. There's the edge that I was talking about earlier, and the case actually goes right up in there, and it grips right up on the edge of the phone. So this is actually a really good case. I'm actually very impressed with this, and it's actually pretty stylish. What do you know? There you go, little iPhone. I knew you could do it. Okay, now let's take off. Oh yes, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take off the case, and it's actually pretty easy to take off. Look, you just pop one side off, pop this side off. The fact that it's hard to come off is good. That means it's staying on. So let's do this. Let's take these off. Peel that. We're going to peel that. I know there's another one. No, maybe it's on here. Going to peel that. That. And that. Now it should really stay on there. If it stayed on there before, it should really stay on there now. Can't get it off my finger. Okay. So let's put the Let's clean it up a bit. Make sure it's nice and stick. Make sure there's no oil from the hands and or fingerprints on the border of the device, on the mid frame. So what we're going to do is, now typically on some other cases too, you'll see a little strip right here. But I think Spigen did a really good job on this, and I don't think it really needs much. Turn that off, pop it on, and make sure it's on there nice and good. Okay. There we go. There we go. And you can see the cutouts pretty precise. There we go. So that's on there. And you can kind of squeeze it on there to help with the adhesion. And let's put this on. Looks like I'm missing one. No? Yep. I knew I was missing one. There's the last one. Okay. And then with the top, you just pop one side on here. Pop that side on there. Compress it. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. Perfect setting. There you go. And it should stay on. And then let's try the fingerprint now. I think I have extend unlock set, but when you use your finger, it's nice and easy. As you can tell, it's unlocking from my face, but you can tell I'm using my fingerprint. And I'm actually, let's go to my fingerprint to test it. Okay, so I'm at my fingerprints. Let's give it a try. Yep. Let's try the second one. Yep. Wow. Yep. So yeah, as you can tell, it read all 4 of my fingerprints that I added without any trouble. Just barely push it. So that cutout is, you know, just the right size for your finger. And the volume buttons are fantastic. Nice and clicky. Nice and accurate. This is a really, really nice case. It's a little on, and not, like I said, it's probably just to that limit where I would not want this case to be any more bigger or any more bulky, or I wouldn't want it to be, you know, any adding to the thickness of this. It's right at that limit where any more would be too much for me personally, because this phone, they slimmed it down. They took some weight off of here. Very lightweight, very slim. The last thing you want to do is add bulk, add weight to this nice slim device. So I really, really recommend this. And if you're not down with the black, go get you the blueberry one, the nice navy. It's a beautiful color. Let me see if I should have a couple cases laying around for other devices, but let me just show you what the color looks like. Hang on. Okay, this is what the blueberry color looks like. It's for the iPhone 17 Pro. But this is the same color you can get for this. It would just look like this, where the navy blue would be where the black is, and then where the gray accents are, it would be this yellow color, which actually looks fantastic. Starting to wish I had got that, but it is what it is. This looks really nice too. Good grip, good material. Another fantastic product from Spigen, and I'm going to stress this again. This is probably the best fitting case I've ever used for any flip device I've ever used or purchased. I cannot stress that enough. If you go out and buy some other cases, cheaper cases, more expensive cases, they might not fit. Now, they'll fit, but trust me, they're going to come loose. That's one of the downsides to foldables is the accessories or the cases. They're just not the same as a regular candy bar style phone, right? These fit like a glove. A lot of these cases fit like a glove. Well, for whatever reason, a lot of these case companies just have not really gotten this down to a science where it just fits it just right. Again, this is the first case where I'm like, holy crap, they finally made a case that actually fits and stays on the device. And this is pretty protective, right? It's good material. It's good case company. And I think if you have a Flip 8, you're going to need to add this to your collection. So go down below. I got a link provided for you. I do appreciate the time. And stay tuned. I got a lot more case reviews and reviews on the way. Peace.